cat killer has been linked to the death of 5 more cats, but this time in Northampton. The Metropolitan Police and the animal charity SNARL, that's the South Norwood Animal Rescue and Liberty, believe the serial cat killer may have slaughtered over 400 animals since 2015. They say the cats were killed in a similar way, leading them to believe one person is responsible. We first reported on this back in February 2016.
For more than 2 years in parts of South London, a number of pet cats are thought to have not just been killed, but deliberately mutilated in the process. Police have so far failed to catch the killer, who has caused heartache to the owners. Stacey is a cat lover who lives in the area. That's not her real name. She's asked us to keep her identity secret as she's working with others to try and catch those responsible. She's co-founded a charity to help investigate the killings.
We initially discovered cats who had their heads and their tails removed. Subsequent to that, we've discovered cats with either heads removed or tails removed. We've also discovered cats with evisceration, where they've been slit open and mutilated.
Wayne's cat was brutally killed. His wife found their pet's dead body.
When I picked her up, I realised her head was missing and her tail.
Well, we can talk now to 2 cat owners whose pets have been killed and mutilated. We'll talk to Jane in a moment, but also Elaine Smith. And also with us is Tony Jenkins from the animal rescue group SNARL. Thank you very much for talking to us. Elaine, first of all, tell us what happened to you and your cat. Hi, Elaine, can you hear me?
I can now, yes, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, tell us what happened to your cat.
Well, Massive went missing on the 3rd of November. We fed him in the morning as normal. He went out when I went to work. At lunchtime, he didn't appear back, which is unusual for him. And then nothing in the evening. He didn't come back. Went out looking for him. And then on the 23rd of November, he was brought back and on our front lawn in the morning when I went to work. And
what state was he in, if you don't mind me asking?
It wasn't very nice. He was laid out on the front lawn, and he'd obviously been eviscerated. So he'd been slit down the middle. His tail had been removed, and pieces of the tail had been left around the body. So when you saw him, you knew it wasn't just a cat that lay there. You knew there was something wrong.
Okay, let me bring in Tony Jenkins then. This has happened in East Sussex, that's where Elaine is. Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't sound as though it's the same MO as various other animals who have been decapitated. Yeah. So we don't know if it's the same person.
The post-mortem evidence thus far does suggest one person. In terms of the journeys, that it's possible by one person. It's not just heads and tails. He does sometimes do eviscerations, and we have had the previous example of that post-mortem, and the pathologist did think it was most likely the same person.
Right, let me bring in Jane as well, Jane Galloway. Hi, Jane.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Tell us what happened.
Basically, Taz went missing on the 17th of October, and he didn't come back in that evening, like the other lady said, exactly the same sort of like situation. And then we found him on the 23rd at the top of my neighbour's garden, mutilated.
And you live in Hertfordshire, don't you?
Yeah, we're in Hertfordshire, yeah, that's right.
OK. I mean, Tony, you have to think about whether there are copycats now, don't you?
It's difficult to say, to be certain. What we've seen is the very similar injuries, some of them signature, which would be very difficult for someone to copycat. Having said that, we can't rule out the possibility of joint venture. You know, a couple of people, 2-3 people maybe.
For what reason? For what
Well,
purpose?
That's a very good question. Why, you know, I find it hard to believe that someone would read in the paper about someone decapitating cats and say, oh, I think I'll do that.
We don't seem to be any closer to finding whoever's responsible.
Not really, no. He's staying away from CCTV cameras, not leaving any clues. So it's very difficult.
OK, thank you very much, Tony. Jane, I appreciate you coming on the programme. Thank you. And also Elaine, thank you very much. Back tomorrow at 9. Have a really good day. Thanks for your company today.